You know, about that, people have different hours when it comes to bed hours. So my hours, what time I, what time I get up every morning. I usually get up between, on the work days, I get up at around 7 o'clock every morning. I leave the house, I leave the house by 8 o'clock, between 8 o'clock or 8:05 or 8:06 by the time I get out of the house to get ready for SPS. And from 9 o'clock until 12:30, I get out of work at 12:30. So I get in the house by around 2 o'clock, between 1:45 or 2 o'clock. That's only on the work days, only. The time I go to bed, I usually normally go to bed around 11:30. That's the time I always go to sleep on the work nights. My head boss Renee switched the hours because between 6:45 or 7, that's the only time I can have breakfast. So I can be out the house by 8 o'clock. That's why. On the weekends, I stay up late. On Friday nights, I stay up late until 12, sometimes 12:30, sometimes 1 o'clock, sometimes 2 or 2:30 or 3 in the morning. That's why. Sometimes 3:45 or 4 on the weekends too. Especially when I'm ill or when I'm sick, I have to go to bed a lot early so I get plenty of 8-hour rest. But when I'm sick, I normally go to bed around between 11:15 or 11:30, something like that. But my mother has different hours for her bed hours too, because she goes to bed between 10:30 or 11, sometimes 11:15, sometimes 11:30. That's the time she goes to sleep. But she gets up at 9 o'clock every morning. She always gets up at 9. She has to be dressed by 10. She comes downstairs at 10 o'clock. Sometimes she comes downstairs, but between 10:30 and she's fully dressed downstairs on time between around 10:30. My father's bed hours was a lot more different because he stays up until about 4:30 or 5 o'clock or 5:30 in the morning. And it's because he sleeps in until 9 o'clock in the morning. The reason why he stays up late all the time because that's what he does. When it comes to vacations like Culver City, he does the same thing. In Culver City, he stays up until about 2:30 or 3 in the morning there in Culver City. Same thing. He does the same thing when it comes to hotels. It's the same thing too. He stays up until 3:45 in the morning. But here at home, he stays up until 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I know he stays in his room all day long, all morning. I know he does because he has a hard time waking up in the mornings, and so do I. The same thing. But Matthew, he's a lot more different. Matthew, because his curfew, he gets up every morning at 7 o'clock in the morning on the work days. He gets up around 7 o'clock to get ready for Davis Street. That's the times he always gets up on the work days. He gets up around 6 or 6:30, 6:45 or 7. So that's the only time he can brush his hair or brush his teeth in the mornings before he leaves the house. I know he does. Make sure he has his breakfast before he leaves for work. Because he takes the shuttle bus all the way to Davis Street. He's like an hour 45 minutes to get to work. That's why. He works in Davis Street in San Leandro. I know he does because it takes him a while just to get ready. Just to get himself dressed. Brush his teeth, brush his hair, have his breakfast before he leaves. Because his shuttle bus doesn't pick him up until 9 o'clock. Every morning. But at night, he does have a curfew. He goes to bed at 10 o'clock every night. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and Fridays, he goes to bed around 10 o'clock, sometimes 10:15, sometimes 10:30. And I know he does. And then on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays, he has shower nights from 10 o'clock until 11:30. So that is a good schedule that he has. That's a very good schedule that he picked out. But it's only from Monday and Wednesday and Saturdays he does. But on Fridays, he has to get up around 9 o'clock in the morning because he's got plenty of time to have his breakfast. Because he has his exercise class from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. That's an hour to do his push-ups and his sit-ups. Then he goes out to lunch with his brother Glenn, and then Glenn takes him home afterwards. So he doesn't get in the house until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So he gets home before Maddie does. Every other Fridays, he gets his haircut done. Only for special occasions. He does, yes. But Maddie is different. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Maddie has his Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Maddie goes to her exercise class. From 10 o'clock in the morning until 3. And 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So she gets out at 2. So she gets in the house around 3 or 3:15 or 3:30. as soon as she gets in the house. But the reason why Maddie's taking exercise classes Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays because she's trying to get herself in shape for her back. That way she can get back on her feet again. And that's good that she's doing back exercises. That's good. She takes pain pills every morning when she wakes up. I know she does. But my mother's different. She doesn't take pain pills. She only takes Tylenol for her back problems. I had back problems for like months since I had it, but I take Tylenol for it. I take Tylenol and for it. Then I take thyroid pills every morning when I wake up. I do. I take ibuprofen only for my period. So when I go on my cycle, I have to take ibuprofen. Sometimes I take one, sometimes I take two or three. It helps my cramps. It does. Sometimes I have a messed up eye. So I really need to take care of that too. Because that's why I take eye drops to make sure my eye is okay. My right eye is all messed up. That's why I have to take care of it. Because when I stay on my iPad too long, it messes up my eye. I don't want to lose another eye. I don't want to go blind. I don't. If I keep playing with my tablet too much, then I'll lose my. If I keep playing with my tablet too much, then I'm gonna lose my vision. So, my niece Maya is the same way too. The same thing. That's why Nina and Ellie's watching her with that. Try not to use the tablet too much. Gives you headaches. Loses your vision. It does. And I've been having the day when I was in Ripton, California. I kind of passed out. I didn't drink any water at all. I was drinking Gatorade mostly than water. That's how I passed out. And I fell on my butt on the grass. I was dehydrated. I was drinking Gatorade instead of having water. That was Dina's fault. It was Dina Shaperio. It's the one who gave everybody Gatorade. I know she was trying to be nice, but Gatorade is not a good thing to drink. It has to be water only, not Gatorade. I think water is better than having Gatorade because Gatorade has too much sugar in it. That's why. So I'm gonna have to lay off on the Gatorade and the sodas and Snapple and all that stuff. I need to avoid the sugar. That's the main part. It's the sugar I need to worry about too. I need to lay off over a lot of stuff too myself, like the artichoke dip, the spinach dip. That can upset my stomach. I need to lay off on the sodium, so I need to lay off on the Diet Cokes for a while. It has 35 milligrams of sodium in it. It does. I need to lay off on the salt, like the regular salt. It has to be low sodium salt or low sodium chips I can have for my lunches. I've been sick for like a week now since I've been sick. That's why I didn't go to SVS today because I still have sick. I don't want to catch my germs. That's why I decided to stay home.